At my lowest point, I was addicted to alcohol and drugs. I slept rough and stole from my family members. If it wasn't for the people that I had around me, I would be dead.
I felt I was losing my daughter. It was the worst time of my life.
But I've turned it around, and last year I made my first $1 million on OnlyFans.
So I'm just going to start with some teasy pics. If this customer wanted a custom video, it would be anywhere from $250 upwards.
I had one request to sit in the bath and cover myself in slime. Didn't know where I was going to get the slime from for a start. Also thought, from a time money perspective, that might be a bit cost inefficient, so I declined that one. So I've just reached 4 years sober, and now when I look back, sometimes I think it's weird that I ever drank and used drugs. This is not a safe place at all in the night time, but this is where I often did a lot of my drinking. This would basically be where I slept. I pretty much burnt all my bridges. My mum would kick me out, my dad would kick me out, my friend would kick me out, and like I'd end up just in a park. Just looking at this, that reminds me of where I was. Mine was like the cheapest, strongest vodka rather than cans. Before, I might pass something like that and think, oh. And now I feel sadness for whoever that was, because that's clearly a person by themselves, like I was. I was really struggling at that point. I was working as a model, and it was good money when I did do it. And all we really had to do is turn up and look okay, which in my early 20s I could still do. Fast forward like maybe 2 more years, and I was barely able to go to work. I was stealing money from my mum, taking drugs and not paying the dealers, which is a really serious thing to get yourself into. My relationship with my family at that point was ruined, but it's a very difficult thing to understand when a competent human being that was once very nice and sociable and quite successful in school becomes a complete nightmare.
It was terrifying. There was a lot of friction between me and her. Felt I was losing my daughter and almost started to grieve, like I'd lost her.
Okay. Today, I have a fan who has gifted me some real luxe lingerie and has requested and paid for some custom photos in this lingerie.
I found her in my bedroom. She tried to hurt herself. She was crying, my beautiful girl, in such pain, but didn't know what to do. She was malleable then. She was ready to talk. At that point, I felt, this is my moment. I said, we need to get some help, and I'll help you. And that was the beginning of the involvement of the AA.
It was not an instant fix, but once I got a kind of a taste for what life could be like without the police, without the ambulance, without the waking up not knowing where you'd been and hating yourself, I kind of got more and more motivation to keep it that way. We're at the studio. This is where I'm going to be making some content. It has lots of different contraptions on it, I think. The reason why this customer will like this is he'll know it's just for him. I have always modelled since I was young. I kept hearing about this thing called OnlyFans, and I just thought, oh, I'll give it a go. Might bring me in a couple of extra £100 a month. And it did. The next month, that was £2,000. And then I started taking it a bit more seriously. Wow. The content I produce varies anywhere from simple lingerie pictures and videos all the way up to, I have like this one client who likes tickling. I guess it's time for me to spend the next half an hour trying to figure out how this gets on. I would never imagined for it to be successful, but it's been quite life-changing. I'm ready. When I first came in to recovery, They said to me, if you put the drink and the drugs down, your life will just get miraculously better. And I said to them in my head, well, no, it won't. But they were right. And over the last year, I've just made $1 million.
Pretty sure my client's going to be really pleased.
I've actually stuck at something. I've made a success of something when before I couldn't keep a part-time cafe job. Today is kind of a special day. I've just reached my 4th year of sobriety. So to sort of mark the occasion, me and my mum are getting together.
So we're going to go and have some tea and cake.
After I had a period of sobriety, that's when maybe some of the healing started between myself and her.
These are for you to mark your 4 years and all the effort that you put in.
I'm glad you're doing so well. I'm very proud of you.
I feel such gratitude, but if it wasn't for the people that I had around me, I would be dead. I would be nowhere without other people.
I can't express what I feel when I see her being part of the world again.
Do you know, when someone asks me how does it feel to make $1 million, I actually forget the money. For me, $1 million is great, but whether that gave me $10 or $1 million, I'm more proud of the fact that I've showed up every day. I've put the work in every day. I was sacked from every job I've ever had. So this is the first thing I've ever stuck at, and it's a testament to what I've been through and now where I'm at now. And that's the biggest achievement for me.